This show is made possible with the support of the Royal Partners with the most profitable, clear, and convenient conditions. Come earn with us. Hello, friends. What a great time to be alive. We are the generation that gets to watch as the whole world descends into a totalitarian hell. And it seems our industry will not be spared from the madness. So buckle up, hold on to your ass, and off we go, beginning in Iceland. Iceland? Yes, Iceland of all places, where the European Gaming and Betting Association is urging that country to rethink their gambling monopoly in much the same way that other European nations have been ever so gently coerced into an open licensing system. The EGBA added that the country's monopoly on gambling is at odds with other European nations in what almost seems like a form of political peer pressure. Then the EGBA told Iceland not to be a nerd, adding that all the other cool countries were doing it, and in fact, many of them are. That leads me to this story, which I've been holding on to since October of last year, where the UK Gambling Commission, drunk with power, said that they need global collaboration to combat illegal gambling. And as we all know, illegal gambling usually means any gambling that the regulators are not getting a cut of the action from. You may recall that this is what I warned you guys about years ago, because personally, I feel this is a pretty under-the-radar, scary threat for affiliates, because the goal of regulators has always been profits, no matter how much they tout player protection. And if all the regulators get together to track players and share data, well, they will control everything. Then they can force licensing on webmasters in all the markets, even if they can't afford it. And they can force gray area operators completely out of business. What does that mean? It means all the small affiliates are left with nothing, and only the super affiliates will survive. Yeah. Welcome back. Got a little indigestion, but don't worry, there's a berry growing right over there that'll take care of that little problem. More on that at the end of the show. Up first, well, we've made it to the second half. Hopefully you did hold on to your asses, and we've all made it here fully intact. That brings me to one of my favorite parts of this job, and that is welcoming another new APCW member. This time, it's the Spades Partners, who represent the Sloteria Casino, offer rev share, CPA, and hybrid deals, have no negative carryover, and an effective commission rate of up to 32.5%. Check out their review page on the APCW website, or visit them directly at spadespartners.com. Hopefully I will get the opportunity to meet these guys and interview them, or just meet any of the new APCW members when we get to Lisbon next month at the SBC Summit. If you're an APCW member, new or old, feel free to reach out to me personally and set up a meeting so that we can get your brand in front of the best webmasters in the business. Lastly, we cannot go a week without mentioning the UK Gambling Commission or their leader, Little Andy Rhodes, or as I like to call him, the civil servant who fell ass backwards into a gambling job. Recently, the British Amusement Catering Trade Association, also known as Bacta, invited Andy to visit with them so that they could show off industry contributions to High Street. Originally, Mr. Rhodes declined as he learned that the visit would conflict with his afternoon nap time. However, once he found out there would be juice and cookies there, he agreed. For their part, Bacta wants to show Andy some of the challenges faced by the industry and their efforts to promote safer gambling for players. And heck, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Mr. Rhodes could actually learn something about this business, even if it's accidental. So, oops, I did it again. Another show in the books. We'll come back next week, do it one more time, God willing. All right, this is my last installment of J. Todd's Berry of the Week. Please hold your applause. I saved the best for last, and some of you may be wondering why I think the common blackberry is the best. I mean, they grow everywhere and everyone knows what they are, but let's just be honest. They're the most abundant and they're the most delicious of all the wild berries, at least that grow around here, as I don't have wild blueberries or raspberries. And while these are considered invasive here in America, at least some of them, they do have a tendency to take over people's properties if you don't watch. But they have a lot of medicinal value, actually. These were cherished by Native Americans who used them to help settle the stomach and help with digestive problems. They got a lot of vitamins in them, and you can take the leaves and boil them for tea, and it helps with, let's just say, a loose rear end or diarrhea. Yeah. So the common blackberry, unsung, underappreciated, but still delicious and beneficial.